exceptional.
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up.
We stayed to fight, Robert and me. But he fell. And when they started to tear into him, I panicked. I ran.
There is no shame in your actions. There was nothing you could have done for him.
Why would the angels do this to us?
What are you saying? This is obviously a demon's work.
You ask who's to blame for this doom? All of Westmarch, reveling in sin, worshipping petty idols. The Zakarum are gone, and the Order of Malthael now rises. Praise Malthael, and your souls may yet be saved. He spares only the faithful. Donate to the Order and prove your conviction.
Aha! I knew you'd need my help.
John Craig is just death.
More fury.
After years of my pleading, the Angiris Council has finally agreed to send me in search of Malthael. I will not fail in this, as my master's presence is sorely needed in the high heavens. Owing to Malthael's growing fascination with the humans, Tyrael has suggested I begin my search on Sanctuary.
Attacks are getting worse. They'll reach the survivors soon.
Been here for days. These people can't last much longer.
There is a survivors' enclave near here. Get everyone over there.
know someone from here.
Who was that?
Remember the barmaid with the chicken feathers? Wolf.
I'll taste your fear!
More gold for me!
Champion, only my spirit was able to resist the call of Malthael. Please, put them to rest and end my shame. The Reaper that killed my men is outside, in the courtyard. Please, slay it, for all of us.
Still recharging.
Thank you. Nothing can bring back my men, but revenge dulls the pain.
We've got to save my friends. This is all Justinian's fault. Some king he is. King Justinian must have fled the city by now. It's time for the people to rise up.
No, this is the time for everyone to pull together.
But this is our chance to get out from under the king's yoke. This isn't over. The king has failed us all. If you don't...
Where did you get this?
Well, let's just say it's from someone who cares about us common folk.
I'm so weary. Why did you have to die, brother? I was never meant to be king. The nobles threaten revolt to bend me to their will. They will abandon me if I don't keep the peasants in their place. Oh, my position is hopeless.
still alive out there.
Was she dear to you?
Yes, and so is Tiana, and Joanne, and Andrea.
My hand. I'll taste your fear. I'm carrying too much. I need to go back.
It's good to fight with you. You again.
They will run when they see us.
I know who is responsible for this. It's the poor. They've summoned these monstrosities to take Westmarch for themselves.
those fancy attacks.
Guide my hand.
The repository of bones, commonly called the Plague Tunnels, were originally used to bury Westmarch's indigent. However, when the Great Pestilence struck, the city decided the tunnels would serve just as well for plague victims, lest Westmarch become overwhelmed by the ever-increasing piles of the dead.
Haven't you seen enough of death by now? Maybe we should take a nice voyage to Philios when this is all over.
The Amazons live there.
So? They couldn't be less friendly than you are.
This is unpleasant.
You're telling me? There's something coming, and I think it wants to hurt us. I never doubted this for a moment.
Denied.
Death will consume all. Rise! Rise! Your soul belongs to me.
Some of my men are pinned down in the courtyard, fighting revenants. Please help me rescue them.
I can't say Westmarch is terribly good wine, but that won't keep me from drinking it.
Like the taste of sour grapes, do you?
Well, I like it more than being sober.
Do you know why this is happening? It's madness!
Get your men to the Survivors' Enclave, in the courtyard of the Zakharum Cathedral. Go! the work of Reapers. What happened here? More dead?
Death to the nobles!
What is this?
Revolution! It's time for our oppressors to fall. The king is in the city, but we have a trap waiting for him.
This whole city is under attack, and you want to ambush the king? Are you mad?
What? You're not with us? Then die with our enemies!
Lord Winton, we are thrilled that you have located a surviving regiment of soldiers. With this new force, we can turn the tide and save our city. Your disagreements with the Crown are well known, but we are glad you can put them aside in this dangerous time. Long live Westmarch!
Let me check the treasure.
Against my blows. The ancients smile on me.
I did not find Malthael on Sanctuary, but I did find humans. Far too many of them. They murder and cheat one another while allowing their brothers to starve. If their true power is ever released, we are all doomed. They have a choice between good and evil, and they overwhelmingly choose evil.
Death Maiden is controlling the Soul Crucible, but not for long.
You're right about that.
Down upon yourself, mortal.
Need more time.
Thank you. I knew you would arrive in time to save me.
How could you know that?
I am Miriam Jazia, a seer of the Vetchin people. I foresaw our meeting, but I did not see this horror. I have come to help you. There is one crucible left, and if you destroy that, the maidens will not be able to create more. There is no time to waste. We must be on our way now. He's watching you.
I grew disgusted by humanity during my time on Sanctuary. When at last I found Malthael, I was...
You should get to the Survivors' Enclave. It is not safe out here.
Nonsense. You'll protect me. And after experiencing what those things do to people, let's just say, I need to see you destroy the final crucible with my own eyes, if I am ever to sleep again. Guilt over Leah's fate.
How do you know of Leah?
I see the past as well as the future. You must not let it consume you. You shouldn't be so dour. You have much to be joyful about.
Do not mock me.
I have learned that in terrible situations it is better to laugh than to cry. Perhaps when you have lost as much as I, you will understand.
You see the future? Tell me, does this constant death and destruction ever end?
Of course it will end, and you will live a long and happy life.
Why don't I believe you?
because I was not being entirely truthful. That, and you are as so cherish that will never believe you can be happy and content. It is wonderful to finally meet, though you are skinnier than my visions led me to expect. You just don't take care of yourself. It's always about saving the world first, isn't it?
You know, I've never seen you eat.
A wandering hero! Just in time to protect me as I grab these last trinkets. We'll split it, eh? This looks promising. Keep watch. If I get eaten, I blame you. Ah, nothing. Ah, nothing. Oh no, I'm dead. This is the one. I can feel it.
My pack is full.
Thanks for keeping me alive. Here's your share. I'm off to find the nearest abandoned tavern.
I am returning to town. Who is this?
I'm Bryson. I was trapped in the cellar until Hadrig rescued me.
Ha! And now he won't go away.
You did save his life. He must be grateful.
I am. In fact, I'm going to repay Hadrig by helping him.
And I told you to stay away from my forge.
I grew up over by the docks. Not the good part of town, but it's what my parents could afford. They died when the plague swept through a few years ago, within hours of each other. Like they had to stay together. I used to hate them for leaving me, but now it's a relief they didn't have to see all this happen.
My mother warned me about the poor. They want my wealth, but they don't want to work for it. Now they've created an army of death creatures. Well, when I'm king, I'll just show them.
against my blows.
Not enough fury.
A good shot!
This graveyard isn't big enough to hold all the dead of Westmarch, even if we save the city.
We will worry about that later.
Ready yet.
Cannot stand before me.
You're getting too good at this.
You are such the artist when it comes to dispatching Death's minions.
Against my throne.
If we died here, we could probably save on funeral costs. Right?
Don't mind me. I'll just be waiting over here.
What was that?
That would be Urzael.
Urzael?
Urzel is the angel who commands Malthael's forces in this city. I think you made him angry.
Good. Let us get to the Enclave. I need to see if Tyrael has made any progress. I need to go back.
Oh, I can't believe it. My best hammer's gone missing. We couldn't have walked off on its own now, could it, lad?
One of the men needed a hammer. He promised to return it.
Fool boy! I'll never see it again!
I'm sorry, Hadrig.
Get out of my sight.
I heard Tyrael is an angel. Why isn't he helping Malthael?
Well, who said he isn't?
We need to get out of here. Hide in the bog, anywhere. As long as it's away from the cities.
He's been agitated ever since he mentioned the woman. Who was she? Did she start the fire?
Looking for something. Something hidden.
I don't know what to do. He's getting worse. I fear he will not live much longer.
You are a quiet sort, Serena. Sneak back home and fetch some of our savings.
But the streets are crawling with those horrid creatures.
That's precisely why you must go, dearest. Nobody notices you.
Is this truly the work of angels? I don't understand. How could they?
Sadly, it is true. One of the angels has gone mad. I am going to put him and his followers down like the dogs they are.
Good.
I have heard that the Grand Maester himself is in Westmarch. It is imperative that I find and speak to him. I will tell him of the sins his order is committing.
Cormac, he is the leader of the Templar. The order most likely acts at his command.
No, you are wrong. My first memories of being a Templar are of him comforting me, welcoming me to the Brotherhood. I looked into his eyes. He is a good man, I tell you.
Those who perished without embracing Malthael are eternally damned. But I can commune with our Lord, asking him to grant them a reprieve. Only a simple payment is required.
Bless my poor husband, please!
You must save my children!
Please, my friends, one at a time. Bring your offerings to the stand, and I will grant your loved ones this blessing.
Today is the day I find out how deep the Order's corruption runs.
You must do whatever you can to set things right, Cormac.
I will do it, even if it means going against my entire Order. I could use a good friend by my side.
How about two?
This is one of our strongholds. I will have my answers soon.
This could go badly. You must be ready for anything.
Cormac! Everyone says you helped slay Azmodan and Belial. They're calling you the greatest of all the Templar. It's good to see you as well, brother. But I come with troubling news about the Order. I must speak with the Grand Maester. You're in luck. He's here. Standing orders are to send you to him upon your return. Take this, the Grand Maester's new proclamation.
You've done us all proud.
This proclamation from the Maester, it's damning. He admits his own guilt. How could I have not seen this?
Oh, we all make mistakes. You just make a lot of them.
The day of reckoning is at hand. We will rise from the ashes of Westmarch and lead mankind into the light. We shall have recruits by the thousands. Every citizen will be another Templar added to the cause. Once cleansed by the Inquisitors, they will become an unstoppable force.
Our time has finally come, and we owe it all to you.
Bring me that whip. It is time to purify this initiate.
Stop! How can you do this to your fellow Templar?
We bless them with the truth, as we did for you, Cormac. But if the greatest of all Templar wishes them freed, it shall be so. We've been ordered to take you to the Grand Maester as soon as possible. Follow me.
Cormac, the shining example of a true Templar. We have much to talk about.
Yes, we do, Grand Maester. You have betrayed us all, starting with the torment of our initiation.
It was brutal but necessary. I did the hard things no one else would, for the ascension of humanity. I carry the weight of my actions with me always. Are you ready to make a similar sacrifice, Cormac? Will you stand with me and become Meister in due time? I need you.
But... No! Your power has driven you to madness if you think I would help you rule over mankind!
This saddens me greatly, my son. I am sorry. Kill him.
Hey, I'm the only one who hits Cormac around here.
Man is a flawed being. Time and again we have seen good men given to temptation. Though it is painful, I have found only one answer. We must cleanse the minds of our recruits, so they will never fall prey to the corruption of the demons, or the blind self-righteousness of the angels. You brought this on yourself, Cormac.
I dedicated my life to a lie. Everything I thought I knew, it was all in the service of a madman. I swear that every Templar I meet will be freed from the lies of the Order. And if they refuse, I will be forced to convince them.
I can help with that. I'm terribly convincing.
The Grand Maester, behind the Order's corruption. Deep down, I think I always knew. Perhaps that's why I never felt worthy of the Order, as if I was not a true Templar.
Your beliefs were hollow. The ideas that were beaten into your mind could never reach your heart. So what will you do with your life now? What will you believe in?
I believe in you and your quest. This world must be saved, regardless of the corruption of the Templar.
Suits me.
What so with...
We fight today.
There's no easy way to say this, but I have to leave, and I won't be returning.
Do what you must.
I'm serious. My brother's imprisoned in Kingsport with no way to defend himself, and I must free him.
You will not make it to Kingsport if Westmarch is overrun.
All right. I'll stay for as long as I can, but only because I know how much you need me. It's time for me to go. My brother will die in the Kingsport dungeons if I don't act now.
A Kingsport prisoner, you say? Those poor devils were all transported to our cells in Westmarch last week. But we haven't heard from the garrison since the attack started.
Edlin, I have to find him. Will you help me, my friend? Right then, this is where they're holding Edlin. Let me do the talking.
Looking for your brother, Lyndon?
Wait, this is not right.
That is no guard.
Damn it all!
The Thieves Guild always finds who it's looking for. Unfortunately for you, he's our friend.
The Thieves Guild infiltrated the entire dungeon?
You really angered them, friend. Kingsport hasn't forgotten you.
I can't pick up anything else. I am returning to town.
I don't feel like talking right now.
what you did to Nigel.
Edmund! He's...
I am sorry, my friend.
I never should have joined the guild. He told me, but I wouldn't listen.
His death is not your fault. He was slain before we came to Westmarch.
That dagger looks very familiar.
Take it with you. I know it is hard, but we must leave.
Could it be that the Prophet abandoned us? Why else would his magic fail to protect us while we slept?
The Prophet's magic worked. It kept you safe.
But my sisters died. Why them and not me?
When we leave companions behind, we carry their burdens forward. Leah, Cain, I carry on for them.
I cannot simply feel sorry for myself. I must discover the truth.
You cannot blame yourself for what happened, Lyndon.
What do you want me to say? That I wish he'd never known me? That I wish he'd had a brother who didn't fail him?
That you are struggling with grief.
And I suppose the mightiest hero in all the land knows just how to help, eh? No. No, this is something you can't understand. If there's treasure to be had, then I'm in.
When I left my sister Lysa, I took her magic focus as a reminder. I scryed it today to see if it held any clues, and I found strong traces of the demonic magic that killed her. It reminded me of the Viserais magic from before we served the Prophet.
Those Viserai died hundreds of years ago. The mages of today would not be seeking revenge.
When I cast the magic upon her focus, I heard her voice again, and this time, I understood. She said one word. Irena.
I was telling you about Lyria, wasn't I? Oh, she was so beautiful that Durgus was determined to make her his own. Oh, yes, he pursued her relentlessly, showering her with gifts and attention until she succumbed and agreed to become his wife. But Durgus' jealousy was so great, he hid Lyria high in the heavens, far away from the reach of men and gods.
Yes, the jealous man finds it hard to make room for anything else in his life.
Yes, that was Durgus. Desire was his very nature. Zai was the greatest thief, and he wanted Lyria. He waited patiently for a night when Lyria's path hid her behind the silver moon. For when the sun set, Durgus had to leave Lyria's side, you see, for desire rules the night. He could only watch from below as she drifted across the ocean of stars. Then Zai climbed, silent as a whisper, into Lyria's palace in the heavens.
Did Zai love her?
No, but stealing from Durgus would make Zai a legend.
We're not going to die, are we? Tell me we're not going to die. I don't want to lose my soul!
Why fight so hard? Thousands are dead. What do another dozen matter?
If you hadn't come along when you did, I don't know what might have happened.
It was the least I could do. Anyone would have done the same.
But you didn't have to help. You could have run right by.
After Corellan's death, the crown passed to Justinian I, through a somewhat convoluted interpretation of Zakharum's scripture. Thus began the Justinian dynasty. Seen as usurpers by many, the Justinians suffered nearly constant challenges to their rule. Finally, during the reign of Justinian III, a full-fledged insurrection broke out in the outlying region of Tartarus.
You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rachis, haven't you?
How have you been able to hold out this long against the Reapers?
It has been a brutal task. A lot of good men sacrificed themselves to save us. But even that wasn't enough. If you hadn't shown up when you did, we might already be dead.
Why haven't you sent for reinforcements from other cities? Bramwell, Kingsport.
Have you not heard? Cities everywhere are under attack. No place is safe.
Yes, Malvale strikes all across Sanctuary.
I did not know. That is grim news.
Can I ask you about Deckard Cain?
He was a great man. He deserved a better death. Had he lived, many things might have been different.
Could one man make such a difference?
Now is not the time to speak of this. We have a city to save.
Tyrael told me of your actions. You killed Diablo himself.
It had to be done.
I don't know that the world will ever understand what it took to face such pure evil.
It is enough that I was able to stop the prime evil. The rest does not matter.
My father was the commander of the Knights of Westmarch. He assumed I would become a soldier, just like him.
Did you not want to be a soldier?
I grew up on stories of the fearless Horadrim, Tal Rasha, Jared Cain. That was what I wanted to be. My father thought it was all myth. Wasn't he surprised when I actually became one of them?
Look, the sliver is changing.
Malthael is doing something to the Black Soul Stone.
Exactly. He's been gathering strength from the souls of Westmarch in order to alter the stone. Yet his purpose still eludes me.
He's killing everyone. What more do you need to know?
We cannot stop him unless we know what he is planning to do next.
Urzael has done this to finish collecting the souls of Westmarch.
Urzael. It is time for him to die. Where is he?
All I know is that he is in a tower somewhere in the Westmarch Heights, and that he will be quite rude to you. Before you set out to kill him, you should stop by my cart. I can enchant some items for you.
What do you know of Urzael?
He is Malthael's lieutenant, much the same way that Iswal was mine. He does his master's bidding without question.
Why didn't Malthael kill you in the Tomb of Rachis and take your soul?
I may be mortal, but I am not Nephilim. I have no demon blood in me, and therefore Malthael does not see me as his enemy.
And we are? We killed the Lords of Hell.
That is of no consequence. You are half demon to him and therefore on the wrong side of the eternal conflict.
Tyrael, you are still in pain.
I have felt pain before, but nothing like this. It is different being mortal. The pain wears on you.
It is something a true warrior learns to bear. Do you have any idea why Malthael would want the Black Soul Stone?
I have been thinking on that since our encounter,
But every scenario I envision simply doesn't make sense, regardless of what he has become.
He must have a plan, even if we do not know what it is. Why didn't Tyrael just destroy the Black Soul Stone?
The Black Soul Stone was made by a man, unlike previous Soul Stones. We had no idea what would happen if we destroyed it. It seemed a better idea to hide it away forever. We had no way of knowing that Malthael was watching us the entire time. How could we?
And if we get it back from Malthael, we will just hide it again?
I don't know. But it's better for us to have the stone than Malthael. If we make it that far, we'll worry about what to do next.